Welcome back to Temple Emanu. This week's Torah portion is Beha'Alotecha. It is the same section of the book of Numbers of Bamidbar that we read as a special Torah reading during the week of Hanukkah. The reason for that is that this is the Torah portion where we talk about the job of the Kohanim, the priests of the ancient temple, in lifting up or going up to the menorah and lighting that menorah, and their responsibility as a group for keeping it lit day and night 24/7. The Torah portion also talks about the responsibility of the Levi'im, the so-called Levites, who were really the remainder of the tribe of Levi, because as we've learned, the entire tribe of Levi was set aside for God's service. And so this week's Torah portion continues by giving us great details about the responsibilities of the Levites. And in fact, the Kohanim, again, this subgroup of the tribe, is responsible for literally offering up the Levites as being dedicated to God as a tenufa, technically a wave offering. It all seems very strange to us because we have a sort of caste system in the Bible where a particular group of people, ordinary human beings, but they're nevertheless set aside, their entire tribe, and then this one family for the Kohanim within the tribe, they're set aside for God's service. In the Bible, without them, we cannot be communicate with God. We cannot be in touch with God because we need them to be the technicians of the sacrifices and to maintain the tabernacle in the wilderness, and of course later on the first and second temples in Jerusalem. When the rabbis took over in the first century and the temple ended by being destroyed by the Romans, but also because the system of the Bible no longer meant much to our ancestors, they understood it and they respected it as history, but it didn't relate to the way they lived their lives. The rabbis took over, and the rabbis understood that it was no longer going to be a system where the responsibility for maintaining our rituals, maintaining the establishments in our community, and maintaining Judaism itself was going to be in the hands of a hereditary group like the tribe of Levi or the Kohanim. Rather, the rabbis looked back in the Torah to Exodus 19, where we are told that God is making of us a mamlechet Kohanim, an entire kingdom of priests, v'goy kadosh, and a holy people, a people who each and every one of them are holy. So it's important this week when we look at Beha'Alotecha, as well as in December and the fall when we look at the Hanukkah story, to understand that this business of the maintenance of our faith and our community being in the hands of a few may have worked very well in the biblical time, but it certainly doesn't work well now. The rabbis understood, and we should also understand, that the maintenance of our communities, yes, there may be some professionals like rabbis and cantors and educators, but really the continuation of the Jewish people is not just in the professionals' hands, but in the hands of each and every one of us. And so it's time to think about what our job is, Beha'Alotecha, in raising up the lights, the spiritual as well as physical lights and the fires that keep our congregations and our community going. Shabbat Shalom.